Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
Shut the fuck up, Joker.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I
Bad?
see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
50 years? How old are you?
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
What evidence do you have?
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years.
You
I've
mentioned.
tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge. Patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right.
Some fucking
The galaxy
scientist.
is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them.
So how old is it really?
And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
I can
They were
help.
wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
I saw
There
it
was
in
a
a
damaged
vision.
Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear.
You're calling me stupid.
I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be
guess
remarkably
not.
strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Getting jealous,
Of
actually.
course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
You can
I don't
still
know why
help us
Saren wanted you out of
and
the
hold a
picture,
gun.
but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Good
Welcome
to have you on the
aboard.
team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still,
Fair
it would
enough.
not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We
Yeah,
can talk
sure, why
again
not?
after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Yeah, sure. Let's tell him
Patch
what's
him through,
happened.
Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Yes, we've done a background check and everything. I mean, it's not like our mother's working with the enemy
The
or
error's on our
something.
side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren
It could be a
to kill the
bluff.
doctor.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
Don't judge me.
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Well, now that we've done that mission, there'll be more to talk about with our crew members, which I might do now, actually. And I believe there's more codex entries to find on your ship. So, I'm going to have a quick look around. May as well. Hey guys, what's going on? And there's one right here. Not you, I don't care about you.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
You know what?
We're all
Fuck
on
you.
the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Carry on.
You know what? Fuck off.
Yes, sir.
Racist bastard. Right, it's right here. There we go. There's one. I don't think there's any down there. Let's have a look. Ah, heat load one is that. I'll take that. And I'll take that one. So well, I guess it was two of the exact same one. Anything in here? No, but let's talk to Joker
I
anyway.
prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
Oh, fuck you.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun, fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me
What was
shave,
that?
too.
Fun, fun.
I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I guess that's just about it.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
I mean, to be honest, Joker's not a main character, but he does get a sentence after every mission. And to be honest, I fucking love Joker. I've mentioned this before, but he's my favourite character, and it's well deserved. Right, let's go downstairs. Don't salute me, you bastard. Probably shouldn't take offence to that, seeing how I am a commander, and a lot of people will salute me, but you know, whatever. Anything I can get down here? No? Caden, are you actually going to talk to me, or are you just going to ignore me like the bitch you are? Yes, I said it. You fool. Anything else that I can take? Nope. So, Caden, how's it going? Forcing your hand for your head. Neat trick.
Anything you need, Commander?
Anything you need to talk
Just
about?
trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Off the record, why
Like,
not?
When it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
Except one is on the record.
Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council
I
doesn't
don't
want to
get
believe
it.
anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informed. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
It's fine, you can say whatever you want around me.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element zero in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Jesus.
is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jesus. So what's Jump Zero? I'm presuming that's a ship. Intentional exposures. So they actually
You know of
meant to
any
do this to
intentional
people?
exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Jesus.
Jump
So
Zero
what's
is a
going-
long
what else
way
is
from
there?
home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
Well, I want to know more. It's all part of the
Alenko, there's no
backstory.
regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate
Jesus, my guy's alright
I just
sweaty
don't want
then.
you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Yay, I made a friend. Can I get something from that? I can. Perfect. So, anything I need to know? I'll take that. Whatever the fucking knows. Hey, Jack was.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should
Nope.
Goodbye, Commander.
Let's talk to the new crew member who just hangs out back here in the storeroom. Must be like a loner. Essential
Commander.
approach.
Are you coming to check up on me?
Yeah,
You
sure,
look
why
much
not?
better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
She's
You're
the
in good
best.
hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
You'd be
I'm
dead.
just glad we got there in time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me.
They
But
don't
I am
trust
not
each
like
other.
Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
I know.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Let's talk about Asari
I'd
culture.
like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
What kind of rumors?
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us.
Except you are
We still
female.
require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
Any species and any gender. That doesn't quite make sense.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds.
Oh Jesus, that'd be
We explore
horrible.
the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how
So you
we
can choose your
develop a
evolution,
greater
basically.
understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
We
Every
eat him.
relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
I should go, because
Goodbye,
this is getting weird. In fact, there was something else I believe we
I
can
get
talk
the
about.
feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Let's talk
Tell me about
personal.
yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
That sounds okay. I mean, you're in Prothean
Sounds
ruins. How
dangerous.
more interesting can it get?
And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau, I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, That is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
I knew she was a loner.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
All
Sounds
children
awesome.
rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Yeah, for 50 years.
You share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating.
Oh, hello.
You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
I'm
Sounds like you
fascinating.
want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm
Perfect.
down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Easily done.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Well, that was awkward. So let's move on to the next few crew members. Although I might check out my room on the ship because I'm still looking around for codex entries and you never know where they may pop up. Any in here? No, I remember one being on the computer monitor, but I think we might have already got that one. So let's take the elevator downstairs. I'll talk to the rest of the crew members. Now I'm going to have to be careful because I can actually romance with that Liara. But I am aiming to romance with Ashley instead. So I'm pretty sure there'll be an option later on where it's like you have to choose which ones to go for. Although I'm pretty sure you can also glitch the game into having both of them, but that'll just get complicated later on. Especially when you go into the later games, because then how does it tell which one you had? Or will you have both? Must be something. Must break something at some point. Yeesh. Right. Hey Rex, how you doing? What's going on?
What do you want, Shepard?
What's up?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Like.
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
You could have
Why
been a
not stay
mercenary
and
at
help your
home.
people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What
Okay.
happened?
I was betrayed.
Oh, is
I
that the
was
scar
head
on
of
your
a small
face?
Tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What about
What did
you?
want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
Yeah, I mean, when we started saying free sex, I mean, come
the
on.
warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, where we all go.
It's very deep.
It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
So, there's actually places on the Krogan planet where violence is forbidden. I mean, these are like the barbarians in any RPG.
Sounds
so
like
it's
a
a
trap to me.
bit
You
weird.
must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Yeah, you didn't say it was your
Garrett
father.
was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest.
You had a dagger? Or is this metaphorically?
That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
Okay. Let's
You
talk
must have
about your
family
family.
other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You're trying to make me cry, Shepard.
I want to see a Krogan ride, that'll be funny.
I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
Go on.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
Where
Who
is
has
that?
it?
Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Taun Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know.
I believe
which
we've got his
base
armor already,
is
if
my
I remember.
family's armor.
I'll look for it.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
So long, Rex.
I think we've done that already, or maybe that might have been another playthrough. This is where it gets complicated for me.
Rex.
No, I haven't got it. But we can go and get it. I know exactly where it is. So look at Liara's stuff.